Hey sweet friends, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's projects, we are using the clear Dollar Tree mug. I shared a lot of projects, especially a lot of seasonal fall and Halloween and Christmas projects using the classic Dollar Tree mug that they have out like for everyday use. So I wanted to actually use that in a Valentine themed video so that you can still use that fun mug with some projects that'll work for this season. Please leave me a big thumbs up and let's get on into the projects. Alright, so for the first one, I wanted to turn it into a gorgeous candle. This is one of my favorite things to do with these large mugs. They are a perfect shape for this. So I go ahead and melt down my candles. I do this by using the stovetop and an older pot, just filling it with about 4 to 5 inches of water, and then put the candles down inside it on medium to high heat. I let it like completely melt down. Then I take the wick out of the glass container, put it into the mug, and kind of hold it in place with a little skewer or a paintbrush would work. Let this completely cool off so it's all hardened, and then for the whip wax on the top, you can see that I lined a bowl with some aluminum foil so it's not going to be super messy. And then you want this to cool off until it starts to create a like rim around the edges, and you can see that it's starting to turn back to normal wax. And then I'm going to put this in a piping bag after I whisk it until it's cool enough to keep its shape. You can actually test this just by making sure that it's not going to fall back flat, and then just piping this on there. I didn't even worry about getting it perfect. I just wanted to fill in the space, and then adding some more on top, and the wick comes all the way through this, so you could burn this if you wanted to. I am adding some glitter, so now it's not safe to burn anymore, so I'm just going to use this for decorative purposes. I go ahead and use some more of my pink wax to create some fun little hearts. This silicone mold come from Dollar Tree. They're the perfect size to add in the top of this candle. And then also from Dollar Tree, I have these mini little heart-shaped pieces. I think it was sold for like resin purposes, but I just sprinkled this on the top to create some fake little confetti and let this completely set up. It is absolutely adorable, and I love making candles the most. Speaking of melting wax down, I do want to remind you that you can find these little packs of wax melts at Dollar Tree where you don't even have to boil down the glass containers, but you can pop these into the microwave in a microwave safe container and melt these. I just put them on 1 minute and make sure it's completely melted, pour it into the mold, and these make incredible Valentine's Day gifts, or if you just want to use them yourself. I like to do a couple of different colors and then mix these up, put these in some little cellophane bags. I picked mine up at Walmart and then tie these with a ribbon. A really cute gift idea. You could even pair this with like a wax melter if you gift someone something for Valentine's Day, or maybe they have a birthday around Valentine's Day. But I thought it was a really cute idea, and I love even using these for myself. I love how many new crafting products that Dollar Tree put out last year, and they're even bringing out more this year. I love picking up the pre-mixed paints, and they seem to even like push the colors for each season. So I found lots of pinks and purples and whites the last time that I went. So you just want to take a throwaway cup or plastic cup, because this is going to be hard to clean out, but you want to stack your paint. So I stacked up the white and the light pink, and then I wanted a third color just to add some contrast. So in a separate cup, I mixed up the light pink that's already pre-mixed with a little bit of just normal acrylic paint that was a little bit brighter and prettier. I actually set this on an older paint bottle upside down and then did a paint pour over the top of it. It was really light, so I did take a little bit more of the brighter pink and go over the top, and then you want to let this completely dry. But I was worried about the drips at the bottom, so I did take a little skewer stick and kind of like give it some time and kept an eye on it. And if it got any drips at the bottom starting, I went ahead and just pushed them away or rubbed them away. I added a little window cling to the front of this and just filled this up for a little candy decor piece. All of these projects are just decor purposes only, but thought this was a really cute idea to really dress it up and not just have a clear mug. Okay, so dressing up the next mug, I wanted to make something similar to the previous candle one that we made, but without using wax. If you don't want to melt down any candles, this is another fun way to do it. I'm making like a fun little coffee drink, but for this one, I go ahead and mixed up a better color than just a super light pink. Go ahead and paint the mug a couple of coats and then let it completely dry before moving on to the next step. I have mentioned several times that I love how this little cupcake shaped styrofoam piece fits down inside of these large mugs. You don't have to cut it down or anything, and I do like to tack it in place with hot glue, but for this I wanted to completely cover the texture of the styrofoam as much as I could, so I go ahead and try to fill it in with a layer of hot glue and then adding a ton of paint because I want this to dry and not be able to tell that it's styrofoam. I completely cover that and let the paint dry. I did like a mocha color, and then using some Dollar Tree spackling, I'm mixing it with just a few drops of water at a time, adding a little bit at a time to make sure that I'm not getting it too wet to where it won't hold its shape, but then putting this in a piping bag and going to pipe on top of the cup. I do glue down a styrofoam ball just to make sure that I'm not having to add so much spackling that it's not going to dry, and then piping this on the top. I absolutely love using spackling for icing like this. It just seems to work really great. It holds its shape, it dries really nicely, and you're just able to continue to kind of work with it for a while before it sets up. So then you can see that I added a straw to the top. I cut it down and stuck it down on the side of the styrofoam, and then decorating it with some glitter. I love how the glitter hides all the imperfections of piping it on there, and then adding in these little glittery hearts that I found in a pack at Dollar Tree, as well as another little window cling on the front. This really dresses it up. Would look absolutely gorgeous on a Valentine cocoa bar, but I love making fake treats like this. Bouquets of flowers are one of my favorite things to decorate with at Valentine's Day. It just brings in fun florals and lots of colors. So for this, I wanted a plain white mug because there was going to be so many busy colors on the flowers inside of this. So I go ahead and just paint it plain white, and I didn't love how boring it looked, so I go ahead and take some more of my glitter. I've obviously been loving this in this video because I guess Valentine's Day is a season that I can get away with using so much glitter and it doesn't look tacky. But go ahead and sprinkle this all over the mug. I love that this specific glitter has like different size pieces in it. So there's like fine glitter and coarse glitter together all in one. I find them at Walmart in several different colors. And then I'm gluing in some of my favorite flowers and just kind of arranging them and then adding a ribbon to the side. I have been sharing this hack for years, but I love picking up a pair of eyelashes from the Dollar Tree and putting it on a mug. So I remember the very first one that I ever made, and it turned out really, really cute. All you have to do is grab one of these mugs, paint it a solid color, add the little eyelashes. I painted some lips on here, and I love the 3D effect of it, and then you can fill these with anything that you'd like. This is a great idea if you're looking for another gift idea. You can use the Dollar Tree clear mugs for this, or I'm sharing with you that you can pick up any decorative mug that you find. This specific one actually comes from the Dollar General. And then just using several different things, I found these little sequin hearts at the Dollar Tree, so I wanted to add one to the front, but trying to dress these up before filling them up. And then you can feel free to use anything that you would like. Most of these products come from the Dollar Tree. I think the straws come from Walmart, but Dollar Tree has out some heart ones right now. But I took a pair of socks and kind of rolled them up so they kind of look like a little whipped drink. I put a straw in there, and then I thought this little heart bath balm was perfect to put in the center. It really fills up the space. I added this little shiny heart pick to it, and it just makes it a little bit taller. If you want to upgrade these, you can add in a Starbucks gift card if you're gifting these to someone else. But if you just want to keep this nice and simple and inexpensive, these are great as is. And I love that after you take everything out, you actually have like a pair of socks and a bath bomb, and just turned out really cute. Thank you all so much for checking out today's video. Please leave me a big thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed.